Hello, is Ali there?
Yes, speaking.
Hey, Ali, this is RJ Bates from Titanium Investments. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was told to give you a call about the contract that I had sent for 12 Elizabeth Street.
Yes, sir.
They said that you had some questions about the contract that I sent.
Yeah. So I'm assisting this family find a house. I just wanted to know if you're a wholesaler or not first, and if you are, then I have to advise them what's going on or what this is or what you're what that's about.
I mean, I do wholesale, yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's my only thing that I do. We do.
Okay. Is this a wholesale contract that you're going to reassign? Because there's a $10 EMD and there's no inspection period. So that's the question that I would have in that sense.
Well, yeah, I put $10 EMD down on all my contracts because I have so many. So I don't put down any more than that. And then,
so the answer to my question is yes, you are a wholesaler.
well, yeah, I just said that. Yes, I do wholesale.
So with this one, it probably wouldn't work out. These people need something ASAP.
Okay.
And they can't have an open and waiting game to see if you can assign a contract or if you can sell it. When you do, if you think you can immediately or in a fast period of time, I would have to explain to them what this process is and what you're doing in order for us to rely on it. The process we're in is not strong enough for us to rely on what you're going to do. Especially not what I'm about to do, show them houses and put them in a mortgage and all that stuff. So it can't be reliant on a signed contract and hoping that it goes through.
Okay. So why isn't the property listed then?
Because they don't want it listed.
So they reached out to me, asked me what I could do. I told them what I could do. Then they said to contact you. You're saying that they need something ASAP, but they've had the contract for multiple days. So we've already.
The property?
What?
Did you see the property?
No, I never see the property before.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. So I can't be reliant. I can't tell them, explain them a process, have you go see it, and then we're not in a deal no more. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. So if whatever you can talk to them about what you can expedite, I make no representation towards them. I'm just letting you know what I'm in the picture for. So what I say is not going to go. I'm letting you know that for what we're doing and what I'm being told to do by these clients, that's not going to work for me or the client. So if they agree to sign with you and you deal with it, that's cool. I'm not worried about it. But for you and I to both understand what's going on, it's difficult. So if you want to try to see what you can do with them, I'll advise them what that's about, and I'll advise them what my stuff is.
So realistic, because you were going to go show them properties and buy it contingent upon the sale of this property, right?
No, actually, we had somebody that wanted to buy it, that wanted to buy their own cash, and them contacting you is delaying it. I didn't put them in no contract, and that's why they're contacting me, because they're on the verge of the mortgage. Every dollar is a factor into how close they are in the thin red line. So it's a very, they're barely getting through to make this happen. Barely.
Okay, so what do we need to do to make it happen? Because I mean, I could be a solution here.
You need to see it and give me a true price without signing nothing. And if you can do that, then you can let me know. I can't put them in a contract. You go in there with no inspection period and just lock them to a closed-end contract, and then they would have a problem with you if they want it out. I mean, I'm not going to advise them. I wouldn't advise them to sign the contract without you seeing a profit. And I'm sure you know that as a realtor, and me being a realtor, that I would advise that. Because I'm in the situation I'm in the situation with them, not you. So I would advise you to see the property, give us a true value, and if it works for them, I'll tell them sign it. Yeah, everything is right in the contract. Right now, it's wasting their time and putting them in different directions. And I wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to help in that scenario. The situation is already, complex enough.
Okay. I mean, with all due respect to your situation, I'm just not quite understanding why I need to change the way that I do business to accommodate your needs. I mean, I could take the time to go out there and look at the property, and then they decide that you.
I told you I would advise them. I don't, just like we do. You do this a lot. So you're asking me questions you already know the answers to. I'm an agent. No one would ever. An agent doesn't take offers blindly and especially in bad situations with clients that are trying to get out of there. So my thing is you need to give them a true value based on what I'm doing with them, not me. It's not me. See, that's the problem with wholesalers. You guys put other things ahead of who's really in need. So this is not for my convenience, just so you know. All right? I already lost double what you made this month working with these clients. So don't put me in respect to me and change the way you do business. No. It's not like that. You know exactly what I'm saying. You need to see the property, give them a true value, because they're in a situation, not me and my business. So if you can work that out with them, let them know, and then you go on with them if you're going to do the contract. I have no say in it. I'm telling you based on what I do for a living, helping people and servicing people with the license, not just trying to do things and talking to someone telling why I should do something to redo business. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm servicing somebody. And if you can't understand that and you need to ask me questions like you never did this before, then go ahead and deal with them. You don't need to deal with me. You made the subject much more complex.
I didn't try to deal with you. I didn't call you. They asked me to speak to you. So
have a good day. Go ahead and talk to them. Thank you.
Okay.
You have reached Candy Atkins. If you please leave your name, number, time you call, I will get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Hey, Candy, this is RJ Bates from Titanium Investments. Just got out actually, Ali just finished hanging up on me. I guess he's upset. I don't know. He's very emotional, started kind of yelling at me, talking about all the things that he does and how he helps people. And, anyways, I don't know. He says he's going to advise you guys to not sign the contract unless I come out and see the property before and give you a true value. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this isn't going to work out. He says you guys desperately need to sell the house. My question to him is if you guys desperately need to sell the house, then why have we already wasted? How many days have we wasted? Looks like I sent the contract 3 days ago, so we could have already been 3 days into the process, but that got pushed down the road because of, I guess, Ali. So give me a call back, 817-710-8689. Thank you. What's up, Bubba?
Hello.
All right. Did you calm down?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, good. So these people need to sell their house, and I could potentially be a solution. I understand you don't like the aspect of us potentially tying up the property or anything like that, but that can all be negotiated if I fully understand their situation. I'm not in the business of fucking people over. I'm in the business of helping people as well. I buy a lot of properties across the country on a monthly basis. And yes, we do buy properties as well as wholesale. That's why I was telling you at the beginning. Now, full transparency on this deal, I do have the intentions of wholesaling it due to the location and also due to the condition, which I did tell them, hey, there are a couple of things going against you with this property. One, the location being right next to the commercial. That is kind of not good for an investment standpoint, right? I mean, we're literally next to a commercial parking lot, and there's also massive needs condition wise. I mean, that roof looks like it hasn't been touched in quite a long time, right? And then listen, they told me a lot about the condition of the property, so I have a pretty good idea. The reason why I don't go see the properties before I make offers is because of this scenario right here. If I had spoken to them and I took the time to go out there and I see it, and then they say, hey, we've got a realtor and we're going to go a different way, I waste time and money and resources. And so I made that change in 2020. When COVID hit, it was like, hey, we just don't do that anymore. But I don't have any intentions of putting these people in a bad spot either. My intention is to get the property closed as quickly as humanly possible. And we have a track record of showing that we can do that. I mean, the reality of it is the person who's probably going to buy this property, regardless if you guys decide to go with us or somebody else, is going to be an investor, right? So we have the means and the relationships to get that out in front of as many people as possible. So that is kind of the solution that we're offering. And I don't, the contract is just a templated contract that I send to everybody. So if there's something that needs to be amended on that, we can do that. But again, at the end of the day, we just want to be a solution for them, not cause them even more problems.
You can, but I was your solution because I've already been, with this. So with what you do is going to put them in a bad spot because they are clueless as to what you do, because I know it. So to be reliant on one deal is one thing, but then to be reliant on another, in their situation, no. If this was an empty house and nothing in it, I wouldn't even have to talk to you. You would already probably closed it by now. Because I already know the process, and I probably know that you probably could have got it sold, especially at a good price. In this situation, it's not. It's just not. Even if we try to make it, and I know how you sell properties and everything, but because I know that I'm not your running the park person that you run into in this business. I'm, like I said, I lost a lot of money just helping these. I'm helping these people. At this point, I'm helping. It's donation after money lost because it's my service. And for me to expedite it for you is to tell you, yes, it is going to put them in a bad spot, because the moment you got it sold and then you don't, these people are going to be out on these people are going to be God knows what with God knows where. The house probably going to fall. I don't know. So it kind of has to be someone who did see it. So if you want to see it and you do want, I will give you in touch. I'll tell you to go ahead and see it. They won't do anything unless I tell them. So if you go see it, I'm not out here. I'm not shopping it. It's not out in 100 people's hands. Only because they don't want no one inside the house. That's it. So you see if the aspect I'm coming from, yeah, you can be a solution. Yeah, I'm sure you can get it out there, and I'm sure you can probably sell it. But the finesse of it is not the same. It's going to put someone in a bad spot. But you're free to do it because I don't represent them. I'm not doing anything on the deal. I'm not charging for nothing. If you sign with them, that's on you to be the solution. I'm going to tell them exactly what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to badmouth you and tell you you're a shitty guy. They're going to do no. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them exactly what a wholesaler does and what the assigned contract can do, and how you're going to exactly just press one button and send it to 7,000 people that are shopping for houses. It's that simple. And when they contact you, you sign, and that's it. But they need to know that there's a double reliant on it. Not only this guy RJ, but RJ's assignment. It's not for the deal that they're trying to do. Unless someone comes there and sees it the first one, yeah, there is that chance to get it, and then that's where your solution is. And that's why I would leave it to you and not me in the middle. I'm not in the middle. I'm not in this deal. Picture me gone. I don't do things to persuade or anything. I feed people information. That's it. I knowledge, and I'm out. Especially if I'm not nowhere on the deal. I only give knowledge and I'm out, because I can be in hot water too, right?
Yeah.
I can put myself in hot water if I'm not representing somebody and something I'm doing is in there. So I'm here to give knowledge on what you're trying to do, and I'm going to tell them it's up to you and you, RJ, to agree on something and go see if it, and then they'll come back to me with what happened.
So
they'll know that.
At the end of the day, it's most important that they sell the house, right? Like, that's the most important thing, is it not?
It is, but the contract, the stability of the contract that's going to get them the mortgage from the money that they're getting from the house is also a big play here, right? Because the money they're getting from you is the money they're proving to the mortgage rep is in order for them to make it happen. So the confidence in the buyer is a huge thing.
Okay.
And tying someone down with some heavy terms or something strict or something that I help them mold so they can be protected or not be put in a bad spot is where I come in. The first person was willing to sign a contract, a real estate deal, pay me $1,000, and do all of that so the buyer is not in a bad spot. That's high confidence. We can move forward with the mortgage and showing homes and with that type of scenario.
Because they were paying $1,000 EMD?
No, they were paying an EMD. They had an inspection period, and they were willing to wait for us to make sure that we secured the house. So they were doing all those. And
okay, so why can't we do the exact same thing?
Because you're giving a blind offer. So if that offer is probably going to change, number one, we don't know, right? I have to be on that, on that sense. You're probably going to go there. You might not want it.
Okay, so what happened to that offer? Was it just less than mine? And so now they're thinking about going with mine because that offer was less?
Yeah.
Okay. So technically speaking, this could be a better situation. Is that buyer gone forever?
No.
Okay. So realistically, you want me to just withdraw my offer so they can go with that one, right?
No. I want you to see the house and give me a true value. So I know if the deal's good. So even it's not me who's doing stuff. I'm giving it to the person who owns the house. I just give them the knowledge. I tell them, hey, the guy went and saw the house. This is its true value.
I understand how a realtor works. I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean, I know.
That's what I need. That's what I need in this situation. I'm bringing it out to light so you know that I'm there, that I'm actually there. I'm giving you that info so you know. The other offer will be there. Yeah. If someone's giving them more money, these people are not real estate inclined. They don't have much knowledge of.
So let me ask you this. With that offer, they've seen the property, they've made an offer, they're willing to put EMD down, but they still have an inspection period, correct?
Well, yeah. And that's me protecting the buyer's EMD.
Right.
Because I don't like I'm telling you, I don't like blind. You got to know everything because everything I've solidified. I
I push it through and make sure it's done. So that's where I'm kind of at. Yes, but the buyer wants it. He wants it at that price and what they agreed on. Like I said, it's them. So I'm not involved, but it's them. They agreed everything and they talked and everything. You could do the same thing, but I'm just going to tell them that this person gave you 24 because they didn't even see it yet. So my advice is we get this person to go see it and give us a true value. They don't have another contract, and I would advise them not to sign nothing more than once. You know, I wouldn't put them in that spot. So right now they're not tied to nothing. They didn't sign on the dotted line. It's the buyer that came to them and that they know and that wants the property and has told me and won't leave me alone about the property, and he wants it. But these people need more money to make it through because I had to put 4 borrowers on a mortgage application. Come on, cut me some slack here.
So that's what I'm saying. So they're getting less money. They're getting less money from this other buyer.
Yeah.
Potentially not enough money for what they need. And that buyer still has an inspection period, so that buyer could still walk away during the inspection period scot-free.
Yeah, but the inspection period, I could put 0. I have him under the impression that he has that 1 day when he says, yeah, that you don't come back to me in 2 hours and say no because you went home and someone told you something. No, I don't play that shit. So that's why I say, and I do. If I tell the person, go see the house, that's your inspection, he's going to go see the house. That's his inspection. And when I put the contract through, that's it. It's over. That's how I implement. I make sure it gets done. And I would want it for you too. If you end up being the solution, I will make sure you get the property. I'm like I said, I'm here to service this client and just make sure that they get things done and that they're not put in a bad spot because their bad spot is different than a normal average bad spot. And you know, if you go to it and you see and you give the true value and you say, hey, this is all I'm willing to give, bottom. That's why it's hard for you because you don't have that person right now.
So, well, I mean, I have people. I mean, we could be over there later today if I wanted to. What?
Not for this house immediately, but if you do that and you do get someone immediately, then it is yours. But contractually, it's going to be difficult. You know, to get you under contract first, then wait for no. If someone sees it and gives the true value, they can take it. These people are using their own resources, not mine. They don't want it on the market. So what can I do? I can only tell them I can give you information and knowledge when you could bring me something, but that's all I could do. I can make sure a contract is not harming you, and that's it.
So are they in pre-foreclosure?
They owe taxes, but I don't think they're in pre-foreclosure.
Because you keep talking about their situation. I mean, it sounds to me like the situation is not as bad or as dooming as it needs to be. I mean, what is the need here for this to be expedited in a quick fashion where, you know, a week goes by that can put them in a terrible position? I'm not connecting the dots there. Why would that put them in such a bad spot?
So here's the whole thing. There's no nothing. You can call them and talk to them and tell them exactly what you want to do. I mean, I'm not trying to connect no dots for you. I'm just trying to give you information so you know where I'm at with them. If it doesn't make sense to you, then it's exactly what I'm going through. Because you can call them and you can talk to them exactly what you don't need to ask. I'm just telling you that based on where I'm at, there's something we need in order to make things right. To do all the extra stuff that I'm not going to get paid for, you know I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to tell them. So you can talk to them and tell them, hey, I'm willing to do this and this, which is tell them that you're going to assign the contract and you have investors, and you can go from there. For me, mine is just info. If it didn't help you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you off or make it go backwards, but if it did, you're free to do what you want with the person that owns that house. That's it.
I mean, I guess I'm not understanding. You keep talking about, this isn't going to work for their situation and it's going to put them in a bad spot. I mean,
shopping for their house is not going to help them. You being a marketer just for their house is not going to help.
That's
we're going to wait, and then we don't even know the money that you're going to pay. We don't know who's going to pay what.
So
if you don't tell them.
So they're not getting enough money with the offer that you brought, but I could potentially.
They are, but it's barely.
Okay.
They are, but it's barely short.
So, but I could get them more money. It's not worth the opportunity to give me, I don't know, 7-10 days to see what offers we can bring to the table and potentially give them more money.
You could ask them. And when
they're going to listen to you. I mean, for whatever reason, they trust you. So,
and you know what? That's not something I would go against. If they tell, because I got to go back and collect information from them. Okay, I have to understand what they want and their reaction off of what I tell them this is. So, you yes can make that solution, and I can run that by them, and I can tell them, if you're willing to do that, here's 1, 2, and 3. And I have to sit there and tell them that, okay, if this guy does get an offer, see, I don't leave things out. I'm not just going to tell them and just continue and say, yeah, go. No, I'm going to tell them if we sign this contract and we wait, the other offer could pull out, especially if I don't have no updates for them. We're giving us so I have to lay it all there for them, and then from there, they make the agreements with you. But I'm not there to sell or not sell what you're doing. That I can assure you. That's why they trust me. I'm not lying to them. So giving you 7 days, I would tell them, if you want to give them 7 days based on what I just told you, go right ahead. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that at all. No. But if we discuss and it's not if they're not willing to risk or wait or do it, that's on them. I'm just going to tell them that you are signing the contract. You're going to have someone who is going to call you on interest on the property, and then they're going to come see it. It could be 24, or we could have wasted that week or 2 weeks or whatever we're doing, and someone could drop out right before closing. I don't know. That's the trick to it. Yeah, you probably have a really good track record, and we would probably have you as the best front runner to do it, but I'm giving them the reality. It's not you or being a wholesaler. I'm giving them reality. What can and cannot happen. He could go there, he could find 3 people that could fight for it and could give you more than 24,000. Or I'm not, you could have the 24,000.
Right.
If someone can go there and be like, no, I won't give you $1,000 for this. We just waited and put someone else on the back burner and et cetera, et cetera. But the whole gist is you can discuss with them and feel them out, and I'm just going to kind of, enforce it and tell them in detail exactly what it is, because they're not going to understand what you're saying.
I gotcha. All right, man. We'll go have the conversation with them, and let's see what they say, okay?
Not a problem. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling back as well.
All right. Bye-bye.